Hey everyone, Geeky here, and welcome back to The Longest Journey. We just woke up from a dream, and let's get exploring.
I had to borrow some posters from the cafe, because I just can't afford to buy any of my own. When I think about it, that's so depressing.
We all understand, April. We've all been college students. Well, maybe not all of us, but I think we've all been in the situation where we're super sad about the state of our life, and particularly our money.
I got those posters from the cafe. It's been too hot to sleep with a cover, so I don't. I wonder why it's called a twin bed. There's no way it could possibly accommodate two people. Not that I've had a chance to try. I wonder why it's called... Nice view, if you're into brickwork.
Who doesn't like, brick outside their window?
I've heard that if one stares long enough at a brick wall, one learns to decipher the infinitesimal patterns of cosmos. However, I don't think I have time for that today. I've heard I don't...
I am actually very lucky where I live, because I actually live in a two-flat coach house, which sounds really shitty, but it's just basically just a house that's behind another house. That's all coach house means when it's used in this regard, at least. And, or at least the way I use it. Maybe I'm not using it correctly, I don't know. And because I'm in the second floor of a coach house, it means that the only other things around me are garages, and they're all underneath me. So I actually have, I don't have to look at anyone. I'm not looking at anyone else's windows, and I just see the top of garages, which isn't great, but still better than a brick wall.
I'm not good at taking care of living things, but this plant's doing just fine despite months of neglect.
I remember there was a plant in Life is Strange, and I'm still 100% convinced that the plant was literally a reference to The Longest Journey and this little plant in her room. I'm not good at taking care of
living things. It's a seagull. Poor guy looks quite hungry. It's a sea. Whatever those pipes are spewing out, I know one thing for sure, it ain't water.
This is kind of what the Chicago River looks like, except it's gotten slightly less gross from what I understand, but it's still pretty gross.
Whatever those pipes are... It's a rusty old grill, kept afloat by a rubber ducky. It's a rubber ducky, helplessly trapped under that rusty old grill.
I love the way the tone of voice changes, depending on who you click on first.
I still haven't figured out what runs through the canals in Venice, but I'm sure it can't be water. I don't know what that chain's for, but it's connected to some kind of mechanism at the bottom of the canal. I don't know what... Spiky. Spiky. It's a clothesline. It's a
Whoops. My bad.
The wardrobe is actually made of real wood, and not that synthetic crap that makes me sneeze and itch all over. The wardrobe is actually made of real... Alright, so my wardrobe's sort of chic deficient, but I can't afford to be cutting edge. Useful, practical, and cheap is my shopping mantra. When fame and wealth come knocking, I'll buy a wardrobe the size of an ocean liner and fill it with clothes for $1 million. Right now, I'll try to focus on my work. When fame and wealth come... An empty cardboard box. That's so not interesting.
Well, it's not empty yet, April.
It's Constable Guybrush, my toy Oh, ape. He doesn't much like being called monkey.
Whoops, I don't have... Sorry, I have a timer going so I don't accidentally make super long episodes, and I don't have one going, so I just had to start one. My bad.
In addition to being an ape, Constable Guybrush plays drums in the Toyburg Police Corps marching band. Go figure. In addition to being an ape, Constable My cash card at the moment is really quite useless. There can't be more than $1 or $2 left in it. I only have a few bucks left on my card. I gotta remember to get paid today. I only have... Constable Guybrush is a strange hybrid between man, ape, and musician. In addition to being an officer of the law, of course. It's Constable Guybrush. It's a wind-up mechanism.
So if none of you have been reading, if none of you have read Jet Wolf's on Tumblr's live blog of The Longest Journey, you have to read it, and very specifically because you have to read it about her reaction to Constable Guybrush. She does not like him, and it is hilarious. And you guys are all going to see probably one of the reasons she doesn't like him.
Your legs and do the monkey.
Mildly amusing, but irritating as hell. I'll shut him up now.
I mean, I can see why, like, some people might find him kind of creepy, like Jet, for example, but I don't think he's quite as creepy as she makes him out to be, but I don't know. Maybe since I grew up with him, I don't see it.
Hands up! Spread your legs and do the monkey.
Mildly amusing. It's a wind-up mechanism. It's a bunch of drawings I drew when I was a kid. I don't even know why I brought them here. They mean absolutely nothing to me. Bunch of useless old drawings. I could only carry one suitcase with me when I left home. There was so much I would have loved to bring, but c'est la vie. At least it was a clean break with my past. I guess when all my hard work starts paying off, I'll get a house and fill it with all kinds of new junk. The past, who needs it? My suitcase.
I love April's just willingness to leave the past in the past. I appreciate that to a certain extent.
Shelves. Still just shelves.
Hey, listen, Gabe, there's no need to get snarky with me.
That's my desk, so, theoretically, that's where I'm supposed to do my work. I think my muse has departed me for greener pastures, though, because lately, inspiration's been fleeting at best. I worry about the exhibition coming up in 2 weeks. This is the net result of my work. A pile of nothing. And it's not even a big pile of nothing. I worry about the exhibition. It's just a chair. It's just a chair.
This is where you can tell that this game is made by people who, you know, really love adventure games. They have a lot of fun poking at the mechanics of adventure games and this idea that you go and you look at everything, and she always has something witty to say about it. Well, what if she doesn't? What if it's literally just a chair? Oh, sorry guys. It's my mom texting me. She's coming to visit today, and she's going to stay the weekend. We're all very excited. Hold on. Sorry. I'm going to turn my ringer off. Alright. Sorry about that. My bad.
It's a picture of me and my friends. It's a picture of Charlie, Emma, and me in Florence Park. Marcus took it about a month ago before it got real hot.
Oh, I love Emma. I love Emma so much.
It's a picture of Charlie.
I love Charlie too, but I mean, Emma, come on, let's be honest.
My on-again, off-again diary. We've had a turbulent relationship, her and I.
I get that. That's every time I tried to keep a diary or journal, that's literally exactly what my relationship with it was like.
My on-again. Dear diary, note to self. Dreams of talking trees and dragons aside, it's still no excuse for talking to inanimate matter in the real world. So quit it.
Yeah, just get a vlog.
No, that's just too weird.
I just realized I never used the hand on this.
I don't need to make my bed. It's been too hot to sleep with the cover. I don't need to make... I'm part of the should be reading more but life's too short generation. We embrace our illiteracy. The last book I read was How to Seduce the Man of Your Dreams. Now, if I can just find a man to dream about, I'll be all set. Books. I don't read much, but I believe it's important to maintain an intellectual facade. Books. That's my work. It's supposed to be a portrait of my life study teacher, but I think he might disagree. That's my work. That fan is supposed to keep the room nice and cool in the summer. Sure, yeah, it's at least, 1/4 of a degree cooler in here when it's on.
Sorry, I warned you guys that I'm always looking for new stuff, because sometimes I actually find it in this game, so...
For some reason, the fan keeps switching off and on all the time. The thermostat must be broken, like everything else in this room. For some reason... I'd better head over to the studio to do some work. Only 2 weeks until the big show opens, and my contribution is in serious need of attention. Might be a good idea to get dressed first, though.
Pfft, dressed? Who needs to get dressed? You just go out in your undies.
Hey, babe. Babe, you're looking real sexy today.
Zach, listen, I've got to run, and...
What's going on, April? How you been?
This is Zach. We hate Zach.
I was doing just fine until you came along.
What's that? Hey, listen, I was thinking maybe you and I could hook up tonight, go to the pavilion or something. We could pop a few raptures, do a little close dancing. How about it?
No, that's not gonna work, Zach.
What? You got something against me, babe? Do I offend you in some way?
Oh, no. I just don't think it's a good idea for us to be together like that.
Hey, whatever. You come crawling back when you realize your mistake, babe. I'm out of here.
Just kick him in the balls, April. Kick him in the balls. Do it. You know you want to. We all want you to.
What an asshole.
Yeah, he's a fucking douche. Sorry if that was pseudo a spoiler, by the way, the whole we hate him, but we hate him, so.
April Ryan, you have got to get past yourself.
This is probably one of my favorite things. Just...
What? I got something on my face? Is my hair okay? What are you looking at? It's kind of unsettling to be so aware of myself all the time. It's kind of unsettling. What? I got something on my face? Big surprise. I'm still here. What? I guess what? Big surprise. I like my outfit. It's inexpensive, but cool.
I think that's all of them.
Kind of unsettling to... Kind of what? I like my outfit. Big surprise. I feel like someone's staring at me.
Oh, there's another one.
What? I like my outfit. I feel like someone... April Ryan, you have... I feel like... April Ryan, you have... What? I feel like... April Ryan...
Okay. I think we're done.
Organic plastic. It grows, and it converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, just like real plants, but it doesn't need nourishment of any kind. Convenient, but disturbing. It's organic plastic.
Oh, I forgot about the diary. Okay. I have to do that once we're done looking at this.
It's a leaf of organic plastic. It grows. It converts carbon dioxide into oxygen, but it doesn't need water or sun. No nourishment of any kind, actually. Convenient, but disturbing. It's a leaf of organic plastic. I've been keeping a diary intermittently since I was 5 years old. Not the same one, of course. I started this one, I think, April of this year. It's my diary. There's a loose sheet of paper in here. Hey, it's my timesheet from the cafe. I completely forgot I put it in here. Good thing I found it, because I'm broke. It's a list of the hours I worked this past week at the cafe.
Alright, so April has diary. The diary she writes in. She has diary entries. I'm going to go ahead and read them. She does get more as the game progresses. If you'd rather just read them yourself, I can open them and pause on them for a few minutes. And then you can just pause the video if you need to and read them. Otherwise, I'm going to be reading them out loud because I figured that's just easier. And that way, you know, fast readers or slow readers don't have to worry about it. Oh, also, before I forget, if you guys have a... So as you could see with the whole conversation with the dickweed, Zach, there were multiple different routes you could have taken. Well, maybe not routes isn't the right word. There were multiple different things you could have said to him. And I took the snarky route because that's funnier. And it's all what we're all thinking anyways. Because fuck Zach. But if you guys want me to show you all the routes of dialogue, I can do that. I can do it for everything. I can do it for just the ones that I remember there being a huge difference on. There's also one scene that I need to remember to post about this on Tumblr. There's also a scene where there are two different scenes you can get. Technically 3, but 2 of them are so similar that I kind of count them as the same one anyways. And I need to get your opinion on if you want to see both scenes, because that's actually really easy to do. I know exactly what to do to get both scenes to easily be lined up so I can see them one after the other and you can compare and contrast. Or if you guys just want me to pick the scene that I prefer, because I do prefer one over the other. But I need to remember to post about that, because that will be coming up eventually and needs to get figured out. Anyways, on to April's diary. April 14th, 2209, a Friday. Happy birthday to me, the big 1-8. Join us, right? Well, not to sound like a complete spoil sport, but 18 feels kind of like 17, only it can buy a gun and pilot a hovercraft. I kind of figured that the number 18 would cast light into the deep, dark chasm of my soul and reveal some grand truth about the universe, like the meaning of life, or at least some explanation as to why all guys are complete idiots. But no, nothing. I'm the same person today that I was yesterday. No different, same old boring April stuck in the same old boring life. Which of course does make me realize something important. I just have to get out of here soon. I have to leave. There's nothing here for me, no future, and a past I'd prefer to forget. And I know where I want to go. The Venice Academy of the Visual Arts in Newport. You guys can't see this, but I'm moving my hand so much. But I don't know, it helps. Just judge me. Just judge me. I'm judging me. God knows if they'll accept me into their fall program, but I have to try. Sarah went out there last year, and she's agreed to let me stay at her place for a short while until I can get a job and an apartment. Writing about leaving is both scary and exciting. It's scary because I've never really been on my own before, and I've never been to Newport. And I'm scared, and of course I'm scared that good old Daddy will find out and force me to stay. Not that he can, but he will certainly try. On the other hand, it's really exciting too. I can't imagine anything that beats starting my own life in a place like Venice. From what I've seen and heard, it looks great. There are lots of little cafes and crisscrossing canals, just like in the real Venice in Italy. And most of the people who live there are young and creative and not afraid to look or sound or be different, which will make a nice change from this place. Today I called the academy and asked them about their admission requirements, and they told me to bring some of my work in when, quote, when you arrive. They don't really have any specific requirements, only that you're talented and dedicated and hardworking. The lady I spoke to sounded nice, but she didn't make any promises. She told me there are a lot of applicants and only a limited amount of spaces. I know my work's good, even though I haven't had much training, and I'm definitely dedicated and hardworking. So why am I still nervous? May 1st. I'm sorry I haven't kept up with the events in this diary, but with my exams and everything else going on right before graduation, I haven't had the time. I know, bad excuse. I'll just have to take time out too, and I'll definitely keep my diary up to date from now on. May 25th. Arg! 3 weeks of complete silence. I look back at my previous diaries and I wonder, where the hell did I find the time to write so much so often? Oh well, I'll try to remember what's been going on these past few weeks. I passed all my exams with straight A's, of course, and tomorrow morning I'm leaving home. Yes, I'm making the leap into the great unknown and I'm never coming back here. I withdrew all my money from the bank, $2,190, and I've packed a suitcase and a bag with my clothes and work samples and books and anything else I can't do without. Unfortunately, I have to leave so much. My old toys, some of the bigger canvases, my screen. And it's not like I can have Mom ship them or anything. I'm leaving a letter for my family, but I'm not telling them where I'm going. 18 years under constant scrutiny is enough. I really don't want to carry any of that crap with me into my new life. Strangely enough, when I was packing this morning, I suddenly remembered something I'd forgotten a long time ago. When I was a kid, I kept all my drawings in a box under the floorboards so my dad wouldn't find them and berate me for wasting my time. The box was right where I put it more than 6 years ago. I didn't feel like looking at any of the drawings right away, so I wrapped the box up and stuck it in my bag. I'll open it when I get to Venice. I don't think this is the right time for nostalgic reminiscence about my childhood, but I'm glad I remembered to pack the box. So tonight's the night. I'm sneaking out of here at 4 a.m. to catch the train to Greenwale, and from there on to the big city itself, Newport. At dinner tonight, I'll see Mom, Dad, Daniel, and Owen for the last time in a long while. I don't really care if I ever see Dad again, but I feel sorry for Mom. She doesn't seem to care much for me, but I know she'll miss me, and I know she'll feel very guilty for turning a blind eye to the way he treated me throughout all those years. As for Danny and Owen, I don't really know. Danny's an asshole. He could, theoretically, improve, though I doubt he wants to. As for Owen, he's still a kid. He might turn out okay, but as long as Dad's in control, I'm not too optimistic. I'm going to the pond tonight to say goodbye. I haven't been there in a long while, not since that crazy day. Well, I have to see it one last time or I'll never get it out of my head. As for my friends, I don't really want to say anything. I'll mail them when I get to Newport, to Venice. So this is the last entry I write here in this house, in this room. In some strange way I really can't understand, I'll miss it. Not much, but I did grow up here. I did spend 18 years, oh my god, in this place, and that's not soon forgotten or ignored. I don't want to feel bad for what I'm doing, but I can't help it. I do feel bad a little. But more than anything, I'm excited about what tomorrow will bring. I believe I might actually be happy. Imagine that. Friday, July 28th, 2209. For anyone wondering, that is the same year. Just a couple months down the road. I know I always have to double check and remember. Way too early in the morning, and I won't even try to describe the dream I had last night. Like, enough with the fairy tales already. I need to start dreaming about boys and shopping. You know, the important things in life. It just dawned on me that the student exhibition opens in less than 2 weeks. My painting, and I mean that in the broadest sense of the word, is not even close to being presentable. Even that's an overstatement. All I have is a blank canvas, and while that may fool some people, like an, whoa, what an expressive statement of nothingness, it won't fool my teachers. So today I have to put in a solid 6 hours of work at the studio and just hope that the inspiration will strike me like lightning from the sky. It could happen. So that's her diary.
That's Zach's room. I've never been in there, and I pray I never will.
I am also very firmly convinced that Life is Strange, the whole diary system, is in kind of an homage slash... I mean, it's a convenient system too, but also kind of an homage to The Longest Journey as well. There's like a lot of things in Life is Strange that really remind me of this game.
That's Zach's room. Nuh-uh. I'm not knocking on that door unless it's absolutely necessary, and frankly, I don't see that happening anytime soon. Nuh-uh. Charlie's apartment. His place is twice as big as mine, with a private bathroom and a huge bed. I guess he likes his creature comforts. That's Charlie's apartment. Nobody home.
Alright, there's still, I'm not quite done. I still need to click on this. But, time's about up. And I don't want these to run super long. But I didn't want to end after reading all that diary. I didn't want it to end on a bunch of reading. So, I think that's going to do us for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Most of this was background, so I hope it was still fun. I mean, I think April's hilarious and amazing, so it was fun for me, and I hope it was fun for you guys too. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye.